Whew. Alright, don't mind my broken cup over here. My son dropped it off the counter. But today I'm making a video about my plans because I saw that my previous video about how I live off-grid on state land full-time got a lot of views, and I saw you guys like that kind of stuff. So instead of posting my self-help type content where I talk about depression, anxiety, those kind of things, today I'm going to be giving a little life update. I am not off-grid anymore, and I'm so sad about it because I genuinely love being off-grid, and I'm going to continue my off-grid content. But for this winter time, unfortunately, I was not able to go south for the winter, and where I'm at in Washington State, I'm not really able to boondock full-time during wintertime. I mean, I could, but doing it on state land is a little difficult because a lot of state land roads are actually blocked off in wintertime, or they're extremely inaccessible to get in and out of. It's just not really safe to be driving my camper up those crazy roads. As well as getting water in and out. It's just a lot safer to be at an RV park for the wintertime where I am at, because sometimes it gets 7 below, we'll get 4 feet of snow, 10 feet of snow, who knows, and up in the mountains, that's where they get the 12 feet of snow, and that's where I was boondocking at. I'm in eastern Washington. A lot of you guys hear Washington and probably think of Seattle, and over there they don't really get a lot of snow. It's a little different over there, which our plan was to either stay over there for the winter time or go south. But right now we're really trying just to get our money up. So I decided to stay in eastern Washington. We're at an RV park around Spokane. The winter rates are pretty decent. It's only $700 a month. Not as cheap as boondocking, because boondocking is free $99, and then you get no neighbors. It's beautiful. I love it. But this winter we're in the city, and we're just kind of focusing on working, paying our bills, that kind of thing. So next winter, hopefully, we'll be able to go south. And next winter, I plan on hopefully being able to start traveling South America and Central America. Hopefully we can start in Baja and make our way up to Costa Rica. That's the plan. But for now, we're here at an RV park. And some of the pros about being in an RV park, if you boondock, you'll definitely know. And if you're somebody that's looking into boondocking, it's something you'll soon figure out. Boondocking is so great. I love it, and I love the struggle that it takes. It feels like you're surviving. It feels like, you're almost roughing it out, but in the best kind of way, because it makes you appreciate the little things like having hot water, having electricity, those sort of things, But being on the grid is like a luxury, okay? We got water on tap, man. We got we got heat. Our heater can run all day, all night. It's hot. See, I'm not even wearing a jacket inside right now. It's your dishes, you never have to worry about running out of water for dishes. You can take as many showers as you want. Having electricity all the time is nice. Obviously, you can kind of live that way too while boondocking. I feel like the biggest thing with boondocking is water. Because electricity, that was one of my things I thought about when we were looking into just boondocking, was the fact that we were not going to have electricity full time. Until I soon learned how much you're going to spend on gas for a generator, especially if you get a good, decent generator. Our generator was $600, and that's pretty pricey, right? But it's less than what we spend in a month of rent here, and then you're probably not going to spend $700 in gasoline for the generator. And we didn't even have solar. I guess apparently if you get solar, you really don't have a problem with electricity, but we soon learned that electricity is the least of your issues. It's mainly water. Water is the thing, because, our tank is 40 gallons, and we can use that in 2 days. We're a family of 3, we have a toddler, we gotta bathe him, we have we have dishes, we like to cook our own, homemade meals, we don't do a lot of microwave food, so, we have dishes, I like to stay clean, I shower. All 3 of the members of my family have a lot of hair, so when we do have to wash our hair, that's 17 gallons down the drain, quite literally, because it just takes a lot of water to wash your hair, if you want to soap it in, condition it, all that good stuff. So water's the main issue, and I really want to buy land eventually and start an off-grid kind of community there. Love doing the off-grid type lifestyle. It's so dope. Super sick. I think it would be nice to have a well, though, and I really think it would be nice to have a spot where we can park long term, but then continue our boondocking traveling journeys as well, because I do love being nomadic. But for now, I'm parked. And I didn't make a video about it for a while because I figured nobody wants to just see me at an RV park. Like, you guys like the off-grid content. But I figured I might as well give you guys an update of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and in the future, you guys will see me doing the off-grid thing again. I think I'm going to make another video about the pros and cons of boondocking, and then the pros and cons of being at an RV park. And maybe even another video about the pros and cons of RV lifestyle, because it really is not for everybody, but at the same time, it is for so many people. So many people would love it and can agree of the pros and cons, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it just because there's pros and cons. I feel like there's so many videos out there where people are like, pros and cons, or like clickbait titles where they're like, the reality of living in an RV, and it's like, obviously, there's a reality to anything, but that doesn't mean that it should turn you off of the lifestyle. It doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. And honestly, we pay so much less money, even when we're at an RV park, than what we paid renting our apartment, where we had neighbors banging on our ceiling for any noise we made, where we didn't have a yard, we couldn't have the freedom to go where we wanted. Right now, like, if I wanted to, I could move to Florida. You know, I could just take my RV to Florida. We wouldn't have to look to rent a house. Like, there is so many pros, and to me, right now in my life, I think they outweigh the cons, you know? Obviously, you could always have a bigger house. You could always have more space. I live in a 24-foot RV, and it's one of the, you know, it's on the smaller side. Obviously, there's smaller ones, but for a family of 3, it's little. But I don't feel like it's that small. Like, obviously, I feel like it would be, like, cool to have a bigger camper, but I'm fine with the size it is. We get along just fine. You know, we're close knit, but we get out the house, we have fun. Like, I think there's certain brands of RVs that are a lot cheaper than others, so there's that. You know, you could always look into getting it. You know, I feel like we do have small things break, like the little like lining of this, things like that. You're definitely going to be doing little DIY repairs. You know, it's a camper, it's for camping technically. You know, we haven't spent the whole winter in it, so I can't say, like, how our pipes are going to do or things like that, or, you know, doing the skirting, all that kind of stuff, the insulation. But so far, it's been getting down to, like, almost 32 degrees, and we stay really warm at night. And our furnace is even broken. We haven't fixed it yet. All we use is a little space heater. And our electricity bill was, like, $80, and we used it every day of the month. So, I mean, that's not that bad, in my opinion. I mean, when I lived in our apartment, our electricity bill was $200 in the wintertime, and then that's on top of our $2,000 a month, you know, rent, and then on top of that, you know, everything else. So I love it. I think it's a great lifestyle. I think it's pretty dope. I can't wait to meet more people in the community and travel more. And I just look forward to making more content about this kind of lifestyle. So please, in the comments below, let me know things you guys want to know about RV lifestyle, off-grid lifestyle, living in you know, a park lifestyle, all that kind of stuff. Even like driving with the campers, trucks, whatever you want to know, let me know, because it'll give me more ideas for videos, and I can give you guys my opinions on it. And I would love to. I'd love to talk to you guys, and I'd love to form the community. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully I didn't ramble on a little too much, but yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!